Hello students, as we have said, we will be starting with the preparations. So here is our first topic, circulatory system. The first question arises, why only circulatory system? Can't we give any other name? So let us see why scientists have decided to call it as a circulatory system. Whenever we say circulatory system, we say that it circulates something to all the various parts of the body. So what? Let's say we have lungs, and over here we have kidneys, we have liver over here. Whenever we are talking about all these things, does the legs will walk and come to the lungs, or we can say to the heart for their blood requirement? Obviously not. So how each and every organ in our body is getting blood? The same thing we will be learning over here. Whenever we say they all are interconnected with one another by a system which is known as circulatory system. How? We say that lung have carbon dioxide and oxygen exchange. So whenever this exchange is happening, it gives to one of the most important organ, which is known as heart. Over here this is just an explanatory diagram. So from heart, blood goes to the lungs, it gets oxygenated, and after getting oxygenated, it is transported to all the various parts of our body. And once these organs are getting oxygenated blood, after providing oxygen to each and every cell, it gets deoxygenated. So again it is carried back to the heart for getting oxygenated. Now this is the reason why we call it as circulatory system. So whenever we say circulatory system, so what is happening in this? Blood is getting circulated within the body to each and every cells of our body organs. Now the question arises, who has discovered circulatory system? So we all know that William Harvey is the scientist who is well known for its discovery in the field of circulatory system. Therefore he is known as father of circulatory system, and also he is also known as the discoverer of our circulatory system. Okay, now let us talk further about what is getting circulated. We have already said the blood is getting circulated within our body. So what are the functions that are related with the blood? Whenever we talk about functions, the first and most important function is it carries oxygen to all the cells in body. First. Second, it provides nutrition to all the cells. Third, it provides chemicals which are also known as hormones, and also blood plays an important role in protecting our body from various kinds of diseases. So we can say protection is also one of the most important function of our circulatory system. So students, this was what is the circulatory system, how can we understand the circulatory system, who has discovered it, who is the father of circulatory system, and what are the functions that are included under circulatory system. In our next session, we will be talking about what are the various components of circulatory system, and then we will be studying about one by one. What is circulatory system, how it functions, and what are the importance of it. In this lecture, we will be talking about what is the origin of circulatory system, from which germ layer it has been originated, and further things will be discussed. So let us start. As we said, origin of circulatory system. So whenever we talk about origin of circulatory system, we say we have three germ layers in our body. They are ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Our entire circulatory system is originated from mesoderm. Entire circulatory system is originated from mesoderm, but there is certain exception. And what is the exception? Except two things. Which are they? The endocardium of heart and the endothelium. These are the two parts of the heart which are derived from the endoderm. Otherwise, entire circulatory system is developed from mesoderm only. Okay. Now, when we talk about the components of circulatory system, we basically talk about three things. Which are they? The first one is blood, second is heart, whereas third one is the lymphatic system. Whenever we talk about blood, we say that blood is a circulating fluid and we have already learned in our lower grades that blood is a kind of tissue which is known as the fluid connective tissue. Why fluid connective tissue? Because it helps in the connection of different body parts. Therefore, it is also known as a fluid connective tissue. The blood has a pH of 7.4, means it is slightly acidic. It is slightly alkaline in nature. Whenever we say alkaline, what does this mean? Alkaline means we have three pH. We have a pH range from 0 to 14. pH range from 0 to 14. The things which are in between 0 to 6.9 are considered as acidic in nature. 7 is considered as neutral, whereas 7 to 14 is considered as alkaline or basic in nature. So as we said, blood has pH 7.4, therefore we can say that blood is slightly alkaline or slightly basic in nature. We'll be discussing more about the blood. We'll be talking about three types of blood cells. We have to talk about plasma and all the things. So for that, keep watching. Stay safe, stay home and keep learning. Thank you.